Hello to all my dear followers. Today, I don't want to talk about those colorful pills that only hide your problem for a few hours. Today, I want to talk about the roots. But before I get into the discussion, let me give you a serious warning. Most men who face performance challenges think the problem is with their brain or nerves, while in reality, 90% of the cases are related to a vascular event. In this video, I will introduce you to 3 scientific and proven methods that can change the quality of your life without relying on medication. You might have heard about the first and second methods, but never the third. The third method is something you've probably never heard explained this thoroughly in any video. This specific method is not just a simple physical exercise. It is actually a sophisticated tissue reconstruction technique that highly specialized sexual health physiotherapists across Europe frequently use to effectively restore the natural elasticity of the blood vessels. Many men, out of shame and modesty, endure this problem for years, even though the solution is right under their noses. If you stay with me until the end of this video, not only will you learn how to repair your body's blood pumping system like an engineer, but I'll also reveal a secret about smooth muscles that is the main key to lasting and stable intimate relationships. The promise I make to you is that after watching this video, your perspective on your own body and your abilities will change forever. So fasten your seatbelts, because we're about to embark on a scientific journey into the depths of male anatomy. Let's be honest with each other. How many times has it happened to you that in the most sensitive moments of your life, your body hasn't cooperated with you? That moment when your confidence bursts like a bubble and is replaced by a heavy feeling of disappointment. For example, a client named Saeed, 45 years old, used to exercise and had a good diet, but he said it felt like the electricity powering his system had weakened and he no longer had the same strength and confidence as before. This feeling of being alone in your pain is one of the biggest enemies of men's health. We grew up in a society where we were taught that a man must always be ready and strong, and if he isn't, his masculinity is called into question. This is a big lie. Our body is a biological machine, and every machine needs maintenance and sometimes major repairs. Imagine your blood vessels are like the plumbing in a building. Over time, due to stress, diet, or even environmental pressures, these pipes can become clogged or lose their elasticity. When you have trouble having a high-quality relationship, it's not just a simple challenge. It's your body's warning sign telling you, hey, my circulatory system is having problems beneath the surface. Before I explain method number 1, I want you to do something important. This channel is a safe space for conversation. I want you right now in the comments section, without going into too many personal details, to write whether you have ever used natural methods to improve your performance, or if you have always looked for quick fixes and medications. Liking this video at this moment is not just a simple show of support for me, but it's also a message to the YouTube algorithm that educational and scientific content should reach more men who might now be suffering in silence. I also have a thought-provoking question for you. In your opinion, is the main cause of decreased ability after the age of 40 more mental or physical? Write down your guess. At the end of the video, I'll answer this question based on medical statistics. Now let's move on to the first and most fundamental method that every man should know from the age of 18. Before anything else, you should know that creating a stable physical condition is entirely dependent on blood flow. Blood starts from a highway called the abdominal aorta, reaches the internal iliac artery, and finally enters the internal pudendal artery. This last vessel is the key that delivers blood to the sensitive tissues. If this pathway is blocked or the vessels can't dilate enough, nothing will happen. But method number 1, rebuilding the pelvic floor muscles with Kegel exercises. Many men think Kegels are only for women. This is a big mistake. Your pelvic floor muscles are the very foundation that traps blood in the desired area. How do you find them? Imagine you're urinating and you suddenly want to stop the flow. The muscles that contract are exactly the ones we're targeting. The training protocol is that you should contract these muscles for 5 seconds and then relax them for 5 seconds. Repeat this 10 times, 3 times a day. There's also a short story. One of my clients, after 6 weeks of consistent practice, said that not only had their control improved, but the intensity of pleasure had doubled, because stronger muscles mean stronger blood pumping. But what if your problem isn't just weak muscles and your blood vessels have become sluggish? Method number 2 is exactly for this. Vacuum therapy or vascular physiotherapy. Using a suction device or special pumps is not just for people who have had prostate surgery. These devices create negative pressure, forcefully drawing blood into the vascular tissues. Why is this helpful? This helps the vessel walls, which have become lazy or contracted due to long periods of inactivity, to stretch again and deliver oxygen. The crucial point is to never use these devices without consulting a specialist. Incorrect use can cause bruising or tissue damage, but if done properly, it's like taking your blood vessels to the gym. Now let's get to the method that few people talk about. This is a method that not only helps with blood flow, but also amazingly restores the elasticity of the tissue. Method number 3, traction therapy or tissue stretching. You heard that right? There are stretching devices and their use is not for fantasy purposes at all. In modern physiotherapy, these devices are used to treat deviations and also to improve angiogenesis. The mechanism of action is that when tissue is subjected to gentle and continuous stretching, the cells receive signals to proliferate and repair. This process effectively creates significantly more space for blood flow, and the tiny damaged vessels are gradually repaired and rebuilt. But a great deal of persistence and patience are required. This method does not work overnight. It requires 1 to 2 hours of daily use over a period of 3 to 6 months, but its results in improving quality and physical firmness are remarkable according to scientific articles. But friends, let's put everything we've discussed together. We've learned that male potency is a 3-part system. The muscles, which are strengthened with Kegel exercises to trap the blood flow, which is improved with vacuum therapy to keep the vessels open, and the tissue, which maintains its elasticity through traction therapy. Do you remember I mentioned smooth muscles at the beginning? The big secret is exactly here. All these methods work best when your body's oxidative stress level is low. Oxidative stress is like rusting of the blood vessels. If you exercise but your body is full of toxins and inflammation, the results will be incomplete. This is where nutrition and natural supplements come in. I always say that physical exercise works from the outside while cellular nutrition works from the inside. When you increase your body's nitric oxide, for example, with substances like L-citrulline, you're actually paving the way for that pumped blood to flow smoothly. Combining these 3 methods with a healthy lifestyle will turn you into a man who is not only confident in the bedroom, but in all aspects of life. Thank you so much for staying with me up to this point. This shows that you value yourself. Don't forget that none of these methods are overnight miracles. Your body needs time to change. I hope this video has been useful for you. Don't forget to like and comment. Be sure to like the video and watch the upcoming ones as well.